Hey everybody, it's Grandmaster Ben Feingold here with another video in our series on the Queen C2 Nimzo Indian. So we'll get to the starting position and Queen C2. And now we're looking at another move on move 4. That move is B6. I consider that move a mistake. That move is not popular at the top level, but it is at the lower levels. A lot of people just want to play B6, Bishop B7, which I like to play when I'm black too, so I shouldn't complain. But I think this is premature because now white can grab the center, and B6 isn't well suited for black to play D5 and attack the center. So for example, castles, which is another video, E4, which is one of the moves, black can play D5. D5 is the most popular move, okay? And it's a big fight for the center. But if black plays B6, E4 is an excellent move, and you cannot play D5. You can legally play it, but don't play it. After D5, our bishop isn't sufficiently protected, so Queen A4 check is winning. Now, since black can't play D5, E4 is a pretty good move against B6. And grandmasters typically don't play B6 on move 4 because they don't like these variations. And I actually had a funny game against Nick DeFermian. I think it was in 1994. Although I did draw him in 94 with black, so maybe I'm confusing tournaments. But I think I played him in 1994 again. And our game went like this. He attacked my pawn. I defended it. Castles, knight F3. Now maybe I'm transposing. Maybe he castled knight F3, then B6. That's a good question. I think I am transposing. But we got this position, and he played the funny move knight E8, avoiding E5 and taking on H7. I put it in H, and I won a really nice game. But already here, black is worse. That's the problem with B6, is E4 seems to give white an advantage. If white doesn't play E4, and never plays E4, and just develops his pieces casually, then B6, Bishop B7 is an excellent idea. We got to punish that by playing E4 right away. And probably after Bishop B7, we can play Bishop D3 or E5. E5 is more exciting. I like the way the engine says Knight G8, but I'm guessing your opponents won't play Knight G8 because that's not in the spirit of the position. Knight E4 is the spirit of the position. That's, what you would expect. And here white can play basically any move that's reasonable. Knight F3, A3, and I just like white center and the fact that when black does castle, there's nothing in front of his king. These pieces aren't going to protect his king. And we have a queen going this way, a bishop going this way, potentially another bishop. Sometimes the knight gets to G5, sometimes H4. So I don't like these positions. And the engine agrees. It says white has very nice position. It actually wants to play A3 right away because this forces black to take. He can't move away, his knight's hanging. Then we take with the pawn, and black has to make sure he doesn't lose his knight because the knight's good on E4 until I capture it. There's not a lot of escaping for that knight. So the engine likes white. B6 is premature. I don't like it. So after E4, I'm not really sure what grandmasters would do here to not get a worse position. And even though you could be thinking right now, why is he making a video on B6 if it's just bad and nobody plays it? It's not true that nobody plays it. None of the super grandmasters play B6. But a lot of players under 2,300 play B6 all the time. That's a very common move when I have white in the Nimzo Indian in this position. I face B6 all the time. I play E4. I usually get a big advantage. And then whether I win, lose, or draw is dependent on the middle game play. But the engines always like my position. A crazy variation would be C5. And white could play normally, or white can play super, super aggressive. So you could play A3 with the idea if they take, you take with the pawn, and excellent position for white. Or they could take on D4, and you get this weird position, which I think is really good for white. Actually, the engine wants to play E5 first. Yeah, this isn't good. Okay, so if I take, then bishop takes. Man, the truth hurts. because queen e4 is coming, attacking the rook. If the knight goes to c6, we play b5. So this says white's just winning. The game's over. So very dangerous for black to let white play e4 and get his attack going right away. So I don't recommend b6 at all. And if somebody plays b6 against you, if you don't punish it and just develop slowly and trying to get a small advantage, then black's fine. So if you want to punish b6, you play e4 right away. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope if you have this position, you have the white pieces. This is Grandmaster Ben Feingold. Please like and subscribe, and watch for more videos in our Queen C2 Nimzo Indian series. Bye, everybody.